My name's Eric. I'm calling from Portland. Just attended the Bernie Sanders rally last night and wanted to talk about it a little.
Cool, go ahead.
So there were quite a few people from Black Lives Matter there who were supporting Bernie Sanders.
Sure.
They were cheering for Bernie Sanders and wearing T-shirts.
Right.
And I really appreciated that he has made sure to bring racial justice to the forefront of his campaign.
Yes.
And when there was a single protester chanting Black Lives Matter, it kind of got drowned out because there were so many other people there just really supporting Bernie. And their message at the rally was, if any kind of disturbance does happen, that we should all just chant, "We all stand together." And I really appreciated that. That was about all I was.
Why? I don't know why you wouldn't
crowd.
tell people to join in chanting Black Lives Matter as well.
Yeah, I read about that too, the "We Stand Together" thing. I'm not real. I think that's a bad look.
You got it. You know, it's a very tricky thing. Again.
Well, I saw quite a few Black Lives Matter people, at least people wearing T-shirts that had Black Lives Matter and signs that were really on board with "We Stand Together."
Well, but that's neither here nor there. I'm just telling you what I think. I think it's a very tricky balance, and particularly when you get into actually running a national presidential campaign, where, let's be realistic, there's a whole other set of considerations in terms of how you brand and in terms of who you're speaking to and when.
I mean, it's way too similar and eerily similar to the whole "all lives matter" thing, and we all know how that's used.
But I would just say that that
was singled out as being a dismissive group, and this definitely felt like it was very different than the dismissive.
I have no doubt that the motivation behind it is different. I have no difference that the difference behind it is different. I just think that the real, again, it's very, very difficult, and one of the most kind of core defining challenges of any type of progressive politics, from kind of the mainstream liberal to, you know, Marxist and revolutionary, is how do you build commonalities and linkages and coalitions across many different types of people and backgrounds, because that's essential, and everybody recognizes that. Pretty much everybody recognizes that. But then at the same time, once you start to get into, you know, this sort of all-encompassing unity, which is true on some level, but then you can very quickly obscure and discredit just lived differences. I mean, just a different, you know, when I walk out of a subway and I see a group of cops hanging out there, I don't, you know, it's like, look, they're there for me. I'm going to be blunt about it. And they're there for people of certain, you know, and again, even this is tricky because it's not all cops and it's not all strategies for policing. I mean, police are members of the working class too. So there's a lot of complexity, but I just think what Black Lives Matters are saying and doing is, like, you can't obscure these differences, no matter how enlightened the effort is. So it's a tricky balance, man. But I'm hugely enthusiastic about both things. Anyway,
the sentiment of the chant was more to say, "We stand with you,"
right?
Not saying all lives matter, not just Black Lives Matter, but acknowledging that yes, Black Lives Matter. We stand together.
Got you. All right, man. I appreciate it.
Anyway, have a great day, guys.
You too. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thanks for telling us how it was last night.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, look, I think it's awesome how well he's doing.